We playing tonight, our opponent, our coverages, the things that we have to do to win the game.
Byron, are you going to talk to your team, or have you talked to them about the situation?
No, Jim, like I said, it's a matter that we'll deal with internally, and it's simple as that, and I'm going to leave it at that.
B, how frustrating is it to have to deal with this kind of thing when you should be focused on basketball?
I still am focused on basketball. I mean, this is life. You deal with it and you move on. And as a coach of this team, that's what I have to do. Put this to the side and move on and get ready for a basketball game.
How much concerns do you have expecting any on-court chemistry from your teammates?
How much concern? Obviously, you have some concern. We'll see if it festers during the game or not, but yeah, you have to have some concern about it.
Do you feel like it impacted the game in Utah?
I don't know. Just like I said this morning, I just thought we got our butt kicked. That's all. We played awful. Utah was playing for something. Obviously, they're trying to get into the playoffs, and they came out ready to play, and we didn't.
Byron, earlier you talked about the team didn't trust each other on the floor. Does this make that even more difficult now?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, we're dealing with young guys, so you're going to have some issues with whether it's trust or, chemistry or whatever the case may be. But, yeah, absolutely.
B, 74 games in, this just seems like another wacky test of the young blood's character and mentality.
I agree with you there. If it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. We'll see what type of characters we have in that locker room when it's all said and done.
Byron, are you disappointed that this is kind of taken away from Kobe's last handful of games here?
No, you know what? This shall pass as well. But we're still going to celebrate Kobe's last 8 games no matter what. It's as simple as that. This is just a bump in the road.
So you think it will pass?
Absolutely.
Byron, even before this incident, what's been your view of D'Angelo's ongoing development of getting the credibility of running the offense and getting the trust on the court?
Up until this point,
Yeah.
it's getting better and better. Now, obviously, this is going to knock it back a step or two, but like I said, he's just got to keep working, and everything else will work out for itself.
Have you ever had issues when you were a player in the locker room where guys there was some discord amongst teammates? I mean, it seems like it's like a typical family. There's fights, there's arguments within a situation like that. Have you experienced that, and how do you get beyond something like that?
I've experienced that and more. As a player, you get into fights with teammates, pushing matches, shoving matches, shouting matches. But again, like you said, you just deal with it eternally, and you get past it, because the bottom line is it's all about the team. I've played with players that I didn't like as people, but they were my teammates, and you deal with that. So, you don't necessarily have to like each other to be on the team and get along. When it's for the team. So everybody's different. So this isn't something that's new. As far as teammates go, when you have these type of things that are issues that come up. And again, like I said, the only thing I'm disappointed about, as I said this morning, is that we didn't handle it internally without it getting out and all of you people here tonight for this instead of the game.
Byron, does it take a higher level of professionalism to be able to put stuff like that aside and be able to play the same way on the court together?
I think it does. And again, we got a very, very young basketball team, and they're going to be tested. The last 2 weeks is going to be a test, and we'll see how they come through it.
Is it harder? How much does it matter, in dealing with those kinds of internal issues when the team is more competitive, when you're playing for a playoff spot with it, as opposed to now when you're struggling anyway as a basketball team? Does that make it harder to work through stuff like that than it might otherwise?
I don't know. Let's get to maybe next year when we're in that position to be in the playoffs, and maybe something like this happens. Then I can answer that question. I don't know right now.
We've seen it before. I mean, you played on a lot of teams.
Yeah, but
you coached a lot of teams.
Yeah, but the teams I've played on and not coached, we've never been in this type of situation. So I can't answer that really.
Byron, just in terms of timeline, when did you realize that this video was out there and that the nerve issue?
When did I realize it was out there? It doesn't matter when I realized it was out there. To be honest with you, that's irrelevant.
Is it something that's been on your radar screen for a week or the last couple of days?
That's pretty good, Bill. That's not going to work. We want to talk about Miami at all?
How about Nick? I mean, he's been out of the rotation. Do you see him having any kind of role forward?
I think Nick has been very professional as far as, the last few weeks when I wanted to play the younger guys, and I don't see that changing.
Is he available to play tonight?
Yes. All right, thank you.